See, now it's not. This is about to be keep messing up. Hey, is it Nia? I look so busted. I don't even know what I do with my hair. I just like no makeup over here. You're gonna see it. It's probably gonna keep cutting out. I don't know what's wrong. Let me see here. This is just a chatty video. I wasn't gonna do any like readings or anything right now. Yes, I am doing very well. So this kind of goes along with certain things that I've had to learn within myself as like I move through this spiritual journey, because pretty much everyone's life is a spiritual journey. I think some people just recognize it as such. Oh, no problem. I was like, let me let her know, because I don't want nobody thinking I did you dirty. So basically, it's okay. So I was on the couch and I had like a thought came into my mind about why do I want a relationship, and I really came up with just two major things, and I didn't feel like that was something that was a real reason. And then I'm looking like, well, maybe that's the reason for everybody. So number one really was just I want someone that I can actually go places with. Of course, you can go by yourself, but I'm talking about like going out on trips, you know, having someone to go, you know, on just random trips everywhere. The second one, which is like not really, I guess it's kind of a big thing, but I was saying like consistent sex. And I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. And that's really what led me to this, is because that's why I titled it Love and Intimacy, because I don't want them like shutting it down. They're probably going to demonetize me on this one, but it's basically you have to be honest with what you're wanting and how you are. A lot of people look at spirituality and spiritual people as, oh, they're supposed to be perfect and, you know, you can't make mistakes and things of that nature. But the reality is that we're human. So I say that to say that every day is going to be different. You know, people have different vices, even if you want to call it a vice. Sorry, it's like, I'm not looking in the camera because it's over here. But yeah, so it's not even about, I'm trying to say this in a nice way because this is going like all off topic. Of course, I want you guys to chime in too, just from your perspective, but let me just switch gears a little bit. So when we're talking about love and intimacy and accepting realities, a lot of us, and not everybody, so don't, you know, beat me down, but most of us, let me just say most of us, found tarot spirituality through heartbreak. At least I did. I always use myself as an example because I can't speak for everybody else. I'm speaking from my perspective. So basically, we're looking for answers. I think that's what led me. I was looking for answers as to why something wasn't coming about. Why was I doing all of this, you know, being loving, gentle, caring towards someone, and they actually didn't care about me. And it literally took me like a whole year to actually realize that. Like, you have to dissect certain things. You have to say, is me loving this other person worth me forgetting who I am? Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to always have yourself tied to an individual. If you keep wondering, like, when are they going to wake up? When are they going to wake up? And that's why my readings, when like those cards come out talking about, oh, I love you, but I'm just holding, you know, I'm stuck and all this other stuff. If someone really wants something, they will do it. If they're not doing it, then that means that they're a coward and they're not living their truth. So if you want to sit there and let someone that you know is a good person get away, then so be it. That's just basically what it's going to be. And it's weird because I had posted in the community board that I was going to go live for a chat, and I clicked in on GDT. She had a live that she's kind of talking about something similar, and I was like, it must be something in the air, because people are not realizing that you can only mess someone up. Excuse me, you can only mess up someone for so long. Like, you can't keep holding on to certain things. And what's helped me is I tell myself in my head, that this is my reality. You have to accept that someone does not care about you like that, the way that you care about them. And I always tell people, including my mom, my friends, everybody, that you have to feel your feelings. And that's exactly what I do. It's been hard to really feel my feelings in the past, but now it's like I'm so sensitive. Like I'm, hey, Divine Sunflower. I know I'm looking raggedy today, y'all. I have to put it like this because y'all know how it is when I'm at home. I don't have my bra on, so I'm not trying to mess your eyes up. So basically, I've noticed a shift in myself. Like I'm at a point where I'm so sensitive, so I can't keep giving to situations and putting myself back in those situations I got out of. And for example, like today, my daughter had her teeth removed. And they were actually her baby teeth, which is weird because they didn't fall out. What was that? You okay? Was that upstairs? Huh? What? Was that upstairs? Huh? What was it? Oh, it was the washer? Oh, okay, my bad. Don't worry, I'm gonna be back, all right? My bad, y'all. I'll just be jumping at all types of sounds. It was my washer. Dishwasher. So what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So I've gotten so sensitive as I moved forward in my life because, like, my daughter, everyone, if you don't know, she's autistic. So there's a lot of things like procedures and stuff like that that I'm very, like, cautious of because I don't know how she's going to react to it. So they had to give her laughing gas, and I was so scared. But the doctor, the dentist, and the assistant were very, like, gentle, loving, and caring, and it was genuine. It wasn't because they were, like, putting on a show. They were very genuine. So everything worked out, and during that time when I seen that, I, like, was getting emotional. And I'm the type of person I have to, like, look away. When I start getting emotional, I have to look away and try to hold it in and stuff like that because I don't want people thinking like, why is she crying? But they don't understand. Hey, Oracle Moon. And it's just because those are the things that you can actually feel. And so when it comes to people's emotions and everything, it's all right to have feelings for someone, but you have to accept the reality of what it is. So if you know that I was going to say a bust down, I'm sorry. If you know that you're just a bust down, then that's just what you're going to be. Because there's a lot of frauds out there. There's a lot of fraudulent people who can make you believe, especially when it comes to spiritual individuals. People try to act like they're on our level all the time, but they don't know that we know that you're lying. Like, that's just the reality of that. So, okay, my bad. Oh, yeah, I told them that you helped me with that live questions I was doing. What was I talking about? I don't even know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, so that's really what came on my mind today. I just wanted to come on here. I don't even really do chats like that. Yeah. But I've been extremely emotional. So I don't know what's going on or what's happening. Tough to find people on our level, high vibration. Yeah. That is true. And that's why I'm saying, and I've actually encountered some men who I personally do believe that they do have gifts and they're special, but they don't use it the correct way. And that's why things don't work out for them, because they're using it in a manner that's like not right, if that makes sense. I'm gonna have to look that up, the solar eclipse, because I've been like a baby. I really don't know, and I don't get that emotional about stuff, but it's like a reality, and I feel like we're changing, or things are changing. I'm gonna have to look that up. See, I need to get more into astrology because clearly I don't know most of it, or at all, any of it. But I do feel like that's what's happening. Then y'all know all the new moons. I'm over here reading that. I don't know. But a good thing my teacher did with one of our assignments, she kicked one of our assignments out because she's overwhelmed too. And I'm already having anxiety about going back to work on Wednesday because I know my emails are about to be like in the hundreds. I'm gonna be so stressed. I don't know why I did this to myself. But yeah, I forgot we're in May too. But this rant may make sense to somebody, or it may make sense to me later too. I don't know why that's like that. I hate popcorn ceilings. Like, I absolutely hate popcorn ceilings. Um, oh my God, that's so funny. You know, and I don't even never come on camera. Y'all already know. Y'all be seeing my hands. Y'all be seeing my hands. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to explain or how to explain it. But it's just so crazy to me that you just have to basically just, like I said, accept your reality of where you're at right now, how things are. Thanks, Elizabeth. You said Mercury retrograde. You know, that's probably why, like, I did cut a lot of people off. And here's the thing, too. Going back to the intimacy, I'm going to call it intimacy because I know that YouTube is weird about that. And yeah, that's actually nice. I like your readings because you add that music that's calming music, meditation music. I like that. But see, look, I have so many thoughts in my head. I'm just like, they're like running rampant. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so intimacy. So that's something that I don't see a lot spoken. Maybe I'm not searching for it either. But when it comes to spirituality, people assume that, oh, you don't want to have sex or there's, you know, issues with that. But the thing is that it's more about being cautious, because it's like once you know when you're sleeping with people who are like hoes, basically, you're basically taking in all of that trauma, all that energy that they personally have, that they got from other people, and it's just, it brings you down. That's why, like, in the beginning it might be fine, everything's good, and then you might start feeling some type of way after. Those are also just very unhealthy attachments. And I'm not saying that, you know, we're human, and I keep saying that, but me personally, I cut off a lot of people because I did not want to be just like a bed buddy. Like, I just didn't. And it's like, I know sometimes I start getting into these moods where I might try to go through my little black book. You know what I'm saying? But I literally cut everybody off. And I've always been single and I've been by myself, at least for the past 6 years. But when I say I cut them off, like, I'm not giving in to anybody. Like, I'm just struggling through it. And it's a moment that will pass. So if you feel like that's the only option, it's a moment that will pass. And right now, you know, every so often people will hit me up because I don't change my number. I don't block people anymore. I don't feel the need to do that. But people misconstrue that because there's people who are spiritual who are smoking weed and possibly doing other drugs. So it's kind of like whatever your vice is. But I'm just trying not to be too, that's why it's choppy, because I'm not trying to be too, you know, getting in everybody's business. Is it Sharon? Stress free. My mama told me that too. She said, girl, don't worry about that. Yeah. See, and that's what I'm saying, is that a lot of people try to hide it. And I'm human. I'm a woman. I mean, some days it's nice going to bed by yourself, and then some days you just want a warm body. And that's what I told my friends, that sometimes it's not even about the sex. It's just about having someone there, even if it's not right. Because these people, the thing is that they're not on your level. That's why nothing never amounts or comes together, because they're not ready or they're not willing. Let me just say they're not willing, because you could be ready anytime. They're just not willing, and you can't force people. That's why I said you have to accept the fact of that person that you feel attached to or that you love and care for. If they haven't moved on or made that next step, leave them alone. It's kind of like letting things be. Don't let someone deter you from moving on and having fun with your life, because I was held back for so long And I did it. I'm not even blaming my daughter's father. I did it. But it was meant to be, to where our time had come to a close. And it's funny because we were together for 10 years, and 10 is like a completion number. So it's like we were done. And then it's like, you know, sometimes you can constantly manifest certain things, and keep manifesting or wanting certain things. And if you're not getting it, you may become frustrated. But I really think that it's because it's not meant for you. At least how it is. Because, you know, I did a reading and it said that the person is not healed and stuff like that. That stuff comes out all the time. And you don't want to intertwine yourself with that type of energy. Hey, Callie. This month. Oh. I always have my ceiling fan on. I absolutely hate popcorn ceilings. It looks like it's dirty, but it's not. Like, why did it have to be so cheap? You say you were blocked. Yeah, Divine Sunflower. It definitely is about timing. And it's just crazy because when you do have like that ability to feel things a little bit deeper, it's kind of like you can feel things mounting up, but then it's like it just disappears. And for me, also talking about dreams. Hey, Lisa. Oh, thanks, Eskill. I know I just be all over the place. I don't really have no sheet, nothing. Yeah, clearly it is the thing back in the day because it's not giving what it's supposed to give. Oh my God, that's funny. But yeah, so that's really just, I'm not going to monetize this because it's not even like nothing. I just wanted to kind of connect with you guys because when I do my readings, I hear you guys talk about like it resonates a lot. And I really feel like because energetically, people who are on the same level can understand and connect. Like I can't talk like this to my coworkers or my mom because if they don't believe in how things are, they're not gonna understand. But hey, Crystal's here. But when it comes to like dreams, for instance, I think it's called, is it lucid dreaming? I don't even know. But when I have dreams, I actually know I'm dreaming. So that's kind of weird to me because it's like things are happening and I know that it's not real. But then it's like, is it real? It could be real. I don't know. But I actually, when I wake up from my dreams, I actually write them down in my phone. Sometimes they don't make sense though. But I put the date and the time, and I can guarantee you all of my dreams are like about 80%, maybe even 90% this person from my past. It's someone that I actually started talking to after a year after I left my daughter's father. I think he was the first guy that I like actually started talking to. And I don't know, never expected to still have this attachment. And I still have the attachment, but like I said, every day things get better. Like my reality is that this person does not want to be with me. So I'm living my life. I'm still, you know, putting myself out there as far as, you know, if I want to date, which in May, I'm about to shut down my POF just because I actually paid for it thinking that I was going to have better options, and that wasn't the case. But me and my mom also had this conversation today, actually, where she was talking about, what was she talking about? She was talking about relationships. And I said, for me, I don't get men that are saying, oh, let me take you out on a date, you know, doing things the right way. I get guys that are asking me to come over, asking me to come over to them, calling me sexy, saying, I want to have sex with you. Like, they literally are blunt like that. And I just shake my head. I'm like, really? So that part gets irritating. And it's like, I also don't want the crackhead. I shouldn't have to settle for someone that looks like they smoke crack every day. I should be able to go after the ones that I find attractive. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, when I was younger, I used to like actually go by people's words. I was so naive and I was so like, unexperienced, I would be like, oh, that's so cute. And then, you know, I've done a lot of stuff, okay? That's why I feel like anybody that's spiritual has been through it. They've gone through life. They've done so much, because that's the only way that you can understand other people and their, you know, where they're at. And then I think when I went on the date last year, that the guy complained the whole damn time. That was the trucker guy. He complained about the, what did he say? The food that I ordered was too expensive. Then he complained about the movie. And I'm just sitting here like, what in the world? What is going on here? So that ended up being a no-no. I know I said earlier I don't block people, but I did actually block him. And it's not to get back at anybody. Something was kind of off with him. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. But I'm actually happy though. Like, I really want you guys to know that these are life experiences, and that's why I share things with you. I share a lot of personal stories, and like I said, a lot of readers are afraid to do that because they think that people are going to start thinking that everything that comes out of their mouth is about them. And I can guarantee you that if it does resonate for me, it's only because we're all living in the same world with the same type of people. There's agendas that are coming out where men and even women too, it's like people don't have to work anymore for a relationship. Like, the courting stage is like completely gone. Like, you don't have people trying to actually get to know you. Yeah, and I've always been like that. Like, even at work, I always tell people like, oh, this is what worked for me. And I understand that what works for me and what happens with me is not going to be someone else's like same story. But I just like to share and be honest. That's just who I am. I've always been like that. But I do have, you know, I wouldn't say my skeletons are probably, I mean, I would say they're gone. I would say my skeletons are gone. But I have been through like so much. And I mean, as time goes by, if I feel called to talk about certain things, then I definitely will. But that was one thing that was like really heavy on my mind, because it's like, people don't realize some spiritual people are like alone. Like, we don't really connect with anyone. Like, this platform has helped me. And I'm a private person too. But this platform has actually helped me to connect with people who are like-minded. And of course, I wasn't always this way. And I learned from you guys as well. That's why, you know, I actually read you guys' comments. Like, I'll lay in bed sometimes and read people's comments and respond, because that's what this is all about. Like, it's about connecting with people who share in similarities but may have experienced them differently. And of course, I love music, so that's why I'm always posting music on my page. But and that's why I wish that they really had this to where you guys can like actually chime in and talk, because that's how people learn from each other. You know, it's kind of weird just me talking and then just seeing everybody's comments. And I mean, I feel like that's true. I really feel like that's true. Sorry. That's the normal time my daughter should go to bed. But I'm going to let her play hooky from school tomorrow. I have to do like, what am I going to do? I got to fold my clothes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I have to say, like, and I'll say this to anybody, I don't care what you believe in or anything, spirituality actually saved me. Like, I was literally, I've been at my lowest point twice in my life. And I remember when I left my daughter's father, even though I knew that we didn't belong together, it was hurtful. I had like, I had a couple more months before I graduated from school with my bachelor's degree. And I had to go to school with like red eyes because I had been crying. When I got home, I had to fight with him because I still actually lived with him for an additional 3 months because neither one of us wanted to break our lease. And then when I tried to get him to sleep on the couch, he didn't want to sleep on the couch. So we literally slept in the same bed, but I slept on my side and he slept on his side. He thought this was that type of party, but I shut that shit down. And To this day, like, I still get disrespected by him, but I've grown. I actually went to counseling in 2018 to deal with him because he would use our dog. He's a narcissist. I'm not a doctor or anything, but based off of what I've heard, he's definitely a narcissist that hasn't gotten help. And he's a malignant narcissist, and that's the worst of the worst because they literally have a disregard for everything. And even to this day, like on the weekend, he didn't give me a time frame to come pick our daughter up. He said, I'll let you know if you can pick her up on Saturday or Sunday. So by 9 o'clock at night, I hadn't heard nothing. Then all of a sudden I get a call talking about, oh, we got back from the movies. You can come get her now because I have to go back to work. That was a lie. He wasn't trying to go back to work. I told him I wasn't home. I was home. But I told him I wasn't home. I was out. And he said, well, you didn't tell me you were going nowhere. Mind you, I've not been with that man for 6 years. You don't get to tell me anything. I don't have to tell you anything about my personal life. I don't ask you about your personal life. So these are battles that I'm still dealing with, but I'm dealing with them differently now. Back in the day, it used to be anger. I used to put my hands on people, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's not me anymore. And when I say people, mainly him. I wouldn't say I was like completely abusive, but I literally just got tired of him. But that's how I knew it was time for me to go. But that's not even what led me to spirituality. It was the person that came after him. And that's the one that I got caught spying on. And I just try not to really like say a lot on here because I do feel like he watches my page. So I really don't want to say too much. That's why I'm not saying no names. That's all I'm going to say. But that's my history. That's just a few things in a nutshell that I have experienced. If someone has what's that called? Because I think I have, what is that? Not Skype. What's that one that everybody was using? Dang, what is that? Zoom. Yeah, it would be nice to actually do that, but not too many people because I feel like some people just don't need to be in the conversation. Oh, WhatsApp does that? Yeah. I just learned to ignore him because, yeah, we're not going to do that. Don't click with no one. Yes, do your podcast. My sister actually asked me if I wanted to do one with her, which I would love to. And I wouldn't mind being a guest. I'm trying to put myself up in there. I love talking. I actually talk to myself quite a bit. I'm not crazy. I just always talk things out. That's how I like handle things. Yep, Marnie, that's exactly what he was doing. And it's crazy because every time I tell my mom, she's like, oh, well, I don't know. I wouldn't. I say, you don't have to know. Like, my mom's actually even seen him in action. I put him on speakerphone one time, and that's when she literally lost respect for him. And his mom is not any better. So I can tell when people are narcissists. And one thing, don't ever tell them, like, people always try to ask you, like, why are you single? What are you looking for? Don't ever tell them that because what they're trying to do is figure out how to make themselves appear good to you so that way they can get in good and then they'll show their true colors later. Yes, Elizabeth, it did change me. It made me realize that I don't ever want to waste another 10 years again with anybody. So if that means I'm going to be single, then that's my reality that I have to accept. You said talking to someone intelligent, talking to yourself. Hey, Jaden. Is that right? Okay. Thanks for letting me not feel like I was crazy. I've been doing that since I was a kid, actually. I used to always talk out everything. And I always, my daughter sometimes stares at me when I do that. And I said, don't worry, I'm not crazy. But it really has helped me. And that's why, like, now I can look at other people when they talk about their relationships. And I'm kind of like, but I mind my business, because you can tell someone all day, every day that they're in an unhealthy relationship. And what will end up happening is, oh, you're just jealous because you're single and you don't have anybody. So I just sit back and watch, because I'm not going to say, now, of course, if someone's like dangerous, like someone's going to get hurt, I'll mention something. But for the most part, I'm not about to be the reason someone uses as to why something's not working for them. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I say, Marnie. And yes, I'm gonna call you Nay now. And it's like I don't click with nobody. I really don't. Like my beady beads coming up. I said my beady beads. I did enjoy like having this time off, but I'm ready to go back to work, because I just been shopping. Amazon is tired of me. They're not following my delivery instructions. They literally just put that stuff in the lock boxes at the front. I'm like, okay, I see you. They don't want to deliver that. They said this girl is shopping too damn much. I'm not about to keep bringing this to your door, ma'am. Like, I'm not gonna do it. I done bought me a dash cam for my car. I bought like the little cup holder things for my car, some straws. Like, I'm buying stuff that don't even like make sense. Thanks, Divine. But I do feel like, I like seeing you guys' names pop up and everything. And like I always said, it was never about the subscribers, because when I started this, I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just like, well, let me try it. And y'all rarely ever hear me or see me begging for subscribers. So it's like, if you subscribe and you watch my videos and you comment, that means that you felt the need to, because I don't like when people try to tell me, oh, you should subscribe, make sure you subscribe. The only thing I say that for is because, of course, there's the trolls, and depending on the day, sometimes they trigger me. But for the most part, I just delete them, block them off my page. Oh yeah, I already know. It's perfectly fine, because I'm the same way. I will actually text people and then things happen or I don't feel like it. So that's a Capricorn thing. We understand. But yeah, I just don't like bothering nobody. And that's probably what most of it is. Thanks. Is it Shell or Chell? That movie's over already? Huh? Words? Okay. She watches the same movies over again. We just watched Gen X. It's No Malone is on right now. And I think, what's next? One of her TV shows. That's my problem. That is my problem. I have a problem asking for help. I've always been like that. And my mom even tells me, like, ask for help. But the reason that I don't like asking for help is because whenever I do, there's always excuses. So that's why I do stuff on my own. There was a meme that I seen on Instagram where a guy had a nail. Y'all probably seen it. But I guess he had a nail in his heart or something. And he was he drove himself there, or he said, I'm fine. Stuff like that. Like, we like to make sure that yeah, my daughter watches the same thing. It's like a habit. But that's why I said that, like, as I get older, my emotions start getting, like, more natural. Because, like I said, when I was younger, I used to hold my emotions in all the time. Like, I literally used to have anger, and it would actually turn into a form of anger. Like, people are like, oh, don't make Sharice mad. Don't make her mad. And now I'm like, dang, I don't want nobody being scared of me. Like, but I'm completely different than how I used to be. Like, for real, for real. But what topics y'all got? I'm gonna leave it up if you guys want. It's not gonna be montage or anything. We're just gonna leave it. Yeah, well, that was when I was younger. Like, I rarely have anger right now, but more so I'm sensitive to, um, how do I say it? Like, I'm more sensitive to feeling if something's here. Like, that reading I did, like, after I cleansed the area and stuff, like, I felt fine. But I don't know what that was. Because I live next to, well, I live in apartments, and every time you live in apartments, you're surrounded by all types of energy, like, to be honest. And I also live next to assisted living, so I used to get visited a lot by like shadow figures, and I think that they were the dead people or something from over there. But I like kindly asked, like, don't show yourself to me because I'm scary. I jump for anything. So I tell them, don't show yourself to me, please. Please don't show yourself. That scares me. Like, if you're honest about it, you don't have to worry. Like, sometimes I have to sleep, and I know this sounds weird, but I have like window lights. Sometimes I have to sleep with my window lights because I'm just feeling like, I don't know, I feel like someone's like watching me. And then I start wondering, like, what the hell is that? Like, get your ass up out of here. But I'm very sensitive. Like, really, really sensitive. Yeah, y'all give me some tips on that, because I'm clearly not the one to help with manifesting healthy relationships. I actually put some crystals in my daughter's windowsill. I guess I just said forget me, right? I'm actually looking for more crystals. It's kind of, I know I shouldn't be looking at them on Amazon. But if you guys have some good crystal places, definitely put it in the comments, because I want to buy some. Yeah. Obsidian. Facebook Marketplace. Okay, Obsidian. I'm going to write that down. Hey, Janira. I hope I said that right. Do you guys have any tips for us about manifesting healthy relationships? I seem to attract the bad ones. I guess it's the light. I don't know. Nature's treasure. Let me look that up. And it's so crazy because driving to Austin, it's like 3 hours. It's not too bad, but I just don't like that drive. I don't know what it is. I just don't like that drive. At least I can get there on like one tank of gas. I really want to go to Houston, but it seems like they got some problems out there. Actually, I wonder if that's like a... And I don't mind driving there and driving back. It's just my mom says the deers and stuff. Maybe with the crystals being at her window. You know, I started doing that because, and that's why a lot of, I don't do readings usually until like after she's asleep. Because I noticed that for some reason it does kind of affect her a little bit. So I stopped doing readings early on. So that's why I do readings late or when she's not here. Because right now I bet you she's in there rocking with her eyes closed. So I'm not going to be here too long, but I want to get, okay, has anybody purchased from, it's called Crystal Babes. I seen it on Instagram. I don't know if I want to trust it, though. Yeah, I don't know if I want to trust it, though. I attract bad boys, too. And I think they're looking for help. I love rose quartz. You say you attract the darkness. It is so weird. And, you know, I don't know if you guys understand. I'm going to get me a selenite. I think I said that right. So there's people that do their little TikToks and whatnot, and people who take pictures. Them people that be taking pictures and their eyes look like cat, like how animal eyes are when they reflect. I don't like that because when I see that, it scares me. Does it scare anybody else? Because I'm looking at them like, what is in you? Sorry, I got some chicken. Like, is there something in you, some type of animal or something? Hold on, somebody said obsidian. I'm writing it down, y'all, because I'm about to purchase this stuff. I want a necklace, though. I'll start randomly beatboxing sometimes. And see, I bought a lot of stuff from this lady. The lady that used to do my readings and stuff. And then she got involved in this, like, YouTube beef and everything. And I really just threw all that out. Because I did, I have pendulums, too. So occasionally I'll ask, like, oh, okay, is this good or whatnot? And it said, like, it started swinging fast, like, throw that out. And I'm like, dang, what happened? And I kind of feel some type of way because I think I let her look at my birth chart. And I think that they said that's not a good thing. But he said you retired. Yeah, my mom used to be a social worker. That's why I had to learn how to cook on my own. Because she wouldn't come home sometimes until like 11, 12 at night. And I would actually make meals for her. But that's kind of the industry I'm in. I think in June it'll be 5. And no, actually it is 5 years already, but I don't know. I'm gonna change the title because this just went all types of places. Yeah, I didn't know. I was so, them things are hard to read. I don't even know how to read my own birth chart. Like, I really don't. And I really feel, because I was like in the beginning stages, I never thought about that, but I've been hearing that a lot too. Yeah, the state is good for like holidays and times off. Like, I ain't gonna trip about that, but oh yes, hey Lady B. She's good, everybody's good. Yeah. I attract the emotionally unavailable ones. And that guy's good. He's good. I think he's narcissist too. He actually told me he was a narcissist. But I don't think they tell you they're a narcissist. I don't want to post, pictures and stuff because, yeah, that's going too far. Can anyone tell me how the both of these statements are true? You're what you attract and opposites attract. That's actually a good, So I think opposites attract because I do like bad boys. I ain't gonna lie. But I think that I'm growing out of that. And you attract what was it, you are? You are what you attract. I think that's more so like if you're not feeling good about yourself and you don't love yourself, then you're going to attract ugliness into your life. The problems for me are fire signs and air signs. Those are the people that have issues. And the weird thing about it, because on POF, it shows you their zodiac sign. All the guys that like me are either fire signs or air signs. And I'm like, what is that about? That is so weird. That is weird. I do. They have like a little edge. But the weird thing is like this dude, when he was around me, that was his true self. But when he was around other people, that's when it was like, who the hell are you? I'm dating Leo. He's paying me too. And see, Leos, I think, are attracted to Capricorns because of our perseverance. They like that. They find that attractive, that you don't really need them. But then at the end of the day, they also try to make themselves, in control. Try to stay in control. Hey, Marcy. Yeah. He said not yelling. He said you don't like Leos. Yeah. My experience with Leos is that they lie a lot. And sometimes they actually tell you the truth through the lie, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's weird because that's why I'm saying that, like, you can connect with someone and you can tell. Yeah, yeah, we don't do well with being controlled. Because I remember one dude, because I was talking about, getting tested and stuff. And so this dude, and it's the same person, because like I said, I actually was on and off with him for 3 years. It was never actually a relationship, it was a situationship. But I think 2 years ago, he had shown me, like, he actually sent me some test results. And I'm like, why the hell would you do that? Like, and the weird thing is that we actually got tested at the same time, but didn't know it. And that's how I knew that there's some type of connection that we have. Because he showed me and I showed him mine. I said, yeah, I'm good. Like, because if you got something, you didn't get that shit from me, homeboy. So basically, I thought that was funny. There was this point to that, but I missed it. But yeah, like, he would, it was just weird. Leos are hoes. Had me and someone else pregnant. Wow. That's crazy. But yeah, so basically I told him, I was like, yeah, if you bring something to me, I'll hurt you. And I said it in such a monotone voice that he probably got scared, like, damn, bitch. But I have to be honest, he was never like well, let me not say that, because he was disrespectful. But I was disrespectful too, and I'm not about to put my business out there because this is public. Let me just say, I did some stuff to get back at him, and I think that kind of backfired. But even then, like, he never had any intentions of being in a relationship. And to this day, he still posts everywhere, oh, not looking for nothing, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, you go ahead and go get what is the Crunch Bar penis? Because that's pretty much where you headed. Who can appreciate my sarcasm? Yes, I'm very sarcastic. Because one of my probationers, okay, so we didn't do drug testing for a couple months because we were told not to. So one of my probationers, when it came time for him to do a drug test, all of a sudden, oh, I can't pee, my medication. So I said, so you can't pee at home? And he's like, no, I mean, I can just a little bit. I said, well, then you can use a little bit here. And so he's over here arguing with me. And I said, sounds like if you can't use the bathroom, then you're probably backed up, aren't you? And he said, so you're trying to make fun of me? And I said, I'm going to walk you back to the drug testing lab because we ain't got time for that. Shoot. I got sarcasm for days. He said he doesn't appreciate your sarcasm. I'm on the 14th, so I think, excuse me, I think I was on the cusp of almost being an Aquarius. And the weird thing is my mom, she's an identical twin. And my aunt had a daughter who was born 3 days after me. It's so weird. But we're not like the same age, but I think that was kind of cool. I know I'm like jumping all over the, what you call it. I have no structure when it comes to this. Me and my daughter took a nap earlier. That's probably why I look all like that. And I had salt too. Yeah, mine's is the 14th. But yeah, that's also a deterrent sometimes, because I've actually been called a witch by like two guys, including the one that I was snooping on. He's just been in my energy too much lately. Like, you need to get up out of here. If you're not paying rent, get up out of here. That's why I said one time, I said, if you don't pay rent in here, get up out of here. I was talking to the ghost or whatever. Hey, January 19th. I don't know. Like, he literally was in the kitchen and he said, oh, I know you want me in your body, or you want to be in my body. And I just looked at him like, what the fuck is you talking about? He's from Louisiana. And I personally feel, I don't know. He might be into some of that stuff too. I call them warlocks. Cause one time he came over, I think it was like last year. I know I'm sounding like a crackhead, cause usually when they like are about to relapse, they start talking about it. They start talking about the drugs. That's how my cousin used to be. But what was I talking about? One time he came over and I like felt his nervous energy, and I'm like, what the hell? And he was dressed in all black, and I'm like, please don't tell me you just did something like illegal and you trying to come over here. So yeah, my probationers don't like me in the beginning, but eventually when I tell them like, oh, you're gonna get a new officer, they're like, no, please. They're so needy. But yeah, I get told that I'm a witch or whatnot. He even like touched my cards one time. He's like, oh, is this the card? Like, what the, like, if you're curious, just ask. But I will tell y'all this, I have never done no spells, nothing like that, because I'm not getting into that, because I feel like if you start doing all that, then you're opening yourself up to like real, you think you see stuff now or hear stuff now, just wait. Exactly. Exactly, Nay. That's so true. And that's why I keep telling people, like, it comes from, like, if you are an ugly spirited person and you're doing these things, then yeah, it's not going to have the same effect. But I don't do anything. Like, I literally just, like, be myself. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier about dreams. Like, I feel his energy all the time. And that's why I'm like, damn, I'll wake up and be like, you know, it's so weird. It is really weird. And I think I had a dream one time that something about some STDs. So I'm assuming at this point, I'm just assuming, because I don't really tap into much with him. But I'm assuming that he may have something. Maybe don't know about it. I don't know. But if he wants a reading, he can go ahead and go purchase it, and I'll do a reading for him. You said for your jar spells? Does anybody have like websites and stuff? Like, I'll actually purchase from y'all. Like, I'm not kidding. I need to do a return to sender. I don't know. I just don't like to do all that because, like I said, I'm very scary, y'all. And sometimes, like, I don't see, like, in the beginning when I started, I used to see, like, shadow people. But after I started getting knowledgeable, like, I made sure, like, I actually sleep with my bracelets. I remember one time I was, like, dug up in here. But I actually, you know, if I feel like a lot of heaviness and darkness, I'll like light some sage or something and walk around the house, like the doorknobs, everything like that. And I think I also read, I stopped letting anybody in the house after after midnight, because I read that you don't want to do that because that's when like spirits and stuff are roaming around. I don't want none coming up in here, so you can stay your ass up out there. I know, that's the thing. I really feel like I would go to like a whole nother level, but I really just don't. Like, I heard something in the kitchen, and guess what my ass did? I laid my ass down and I went to sleep. I am not about to go investigate. But your mind is very strong, because I remember one time I was like, watch me open this up and this is going to be here. And that's what happened. I was like, okay, let me not think. That's why one time I was so upset and hurt by my daughter's father that I said something and my sister said, nah, don't do that, sis, you know. And it's true. You know, you can't wish harm on people. Absolutely. You're going to have to give me some tips, because I think I just am like holding back like a lot. When it comes to like my readings, I feel like that's a little bit different, but I'm holding back a lot on a lot of stuff like cord cutting. Like, I really want to get all of these people's energy out of my space. Like, for real, for real. So, Nay, hit a girl up with some links. And to be honest, I feel like if you do that stuff, that's not something that you want to even, like, you know, you don't want everybody to know your business, and you don't want them knowing, because that can, like, affect it. So there's probably little things that I do that I don't realize is, like, you know. I sometimes meditate. Usually I meditate when I do personal readings, but also kind of when I'm going to sleep. That's probably when I start hearing, my name being called. Cleans the whole house. Meditation music all day. Wow. That's crazy. Not in a bad way. Where you get a head cleanse from? Shoot, send me the links because I actually gave one to my sister. It was spells A through Z or something like that. But I gave it to my sister. And I actually sleep with my Bible right next to me. That's probably why one time that spirit, black, what's that thing called? Is that my head? Okay. I was making sure that was my head because it looked like it was moving in a different direction. The shadow person. That's why I feel like it wasn't as close to my bed one time. Because, everybody want to talk about sleep paralysis. I don't personally believe that I don't think that's what that is. I think you are actually seeing that stuff. Shoot, I need to, because when this place got flooded, they didn't change anything, and the floors are just ashy. Like, it don't matter. It's so ashy. I know that sounds funny, but I'm learning from y'all, because I'm just tired. I want people to stay out of my dreams. I don't want to, think about nobody. None of that. I don't want what's that? None of that shit. That's probably why I like music so much, because it just kind of depends on what my mood is. Wait, hold on. What you seen from your wall? Oh, a shadow person? You said past people come up in your dreams. I haven't experienced any shadow. There was one, it was a Grim Reaper. It flew across, and I know that it had nothing to do with us. I feel like that was my neighbors. But it's crazy because I kind of manifested this apartment. So I moved from the other side to over here because I wanted a 2-bedroom. I was living in a 1-bedroom, but I would kind of make sure that I was stable enough and I had, my job was secure to where I can afford it. And so I kind of manifested it because my daughter used to be on her scooter outside this door. And I used to always say, I'm going to have this apartment. I'm going to have this apartment. And it's so crazy because I ended up getting this apartment. The apartment number is 333. And the people that lived here before, I think they were Indian. And so they played a lot of meditation music. So it's kind of I feel like it was meant for me to come here because as soon as I did, that's when I started my spiritual journey. And in my old place, I remember one guy I invited over, and then the smoke alarms went off. And I thought that was weird, but I didn't think nothing of it because at the time I didn't understand what those were. And I feel like, to be honest, if I'm thinking about it now, I feel like he's killed people. And I think that those were spirits that are haunting him. Because I remember him saying something before, and I was like, what does that mean? And I just never went into it anymore. But we have to be careful out here, ladies, because I'm just left and right in the news. I'm hearing about people getting killed because you broke up with someone or you got pregnant and they didn't want the baby. It's just a lot of stuff. And it's so crazy. Excuse me. Dang, I've been on here an hour. My daughter probably you said you was going to come back. Moon water would make moon water with the full moon and new moon, and you can use that alone. Wow. See, that stuff scared me, y'all. But it at the time, I think that I was actually stronger than like when it actually happens, you're able to say like, nah, go on somewhere. And mostly like one time I was talking to my mom on the phone, and a loud pitch. I took it as an angel. A loud pitch came in my ear, and it just like, and I don't know if that was just them saying like, I'm here with you, discontinue the conversation, because it was getting a little heated in the sense of it. I don't even know what we were talking about, but it was like weird to me that it pitched like that. And sometimes, I'll hear my name being called. I heard a man's voice ask me what my age was, and that kind of creeped me out a little bit because I was like, why you need to know my age? So sometimes it happens sometimes, not all the time. I noticed that my ancestors like candy, so I kind of leave candy out on my what you call it. Yeah, I didn't answer. I was just like in my head, like, what? I just said that's weird, or I repeated what it was said. I probably shouldn't did that either, but I don't know. It doesn't happen often, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think we're crazy about that stuff. To be honest, like all the people that they want to deem as having mental health issues, some of them I really do believe that they're telling the truth. You say you're uploading it on your YouTube, or see, look, I'm learning from y'all. I don't answer it, but it's just weird because sometimes it's a female voice, sometimes a male, and in my head I'm like, why do you need to know my age though? Like that's something I was like, what? And I think one of them even said something about some booty, talking about booty. I'm like, is this like I laugh because I'm like, what is this? And it doesn't even happen at night. It happens like in the early morning, like around 6, 7. But it's occasionally. It's not like all the time. But yeah, see, look, I'm learning stuff from y'all. Oh wow. There's been a flickering light in my bathroom, and I just took it as, oh, it's about to blow out. But then it'll be fine some days, and then some days it's not. And I'm like, what the hell? They trying to come up in my space. Ooh, dang. See, look, I don't even need to be talking about this. Look, I'm scary, y'all. He said, don't answer if you hear your name called unless you look and see an actual person. Yeah. It just catches me off guard sometimes because I'm like, what? So definitely, they don't like me because I'll tell them, I say, if you're not supposed to be here, you need to get up out of here. So, and I do not look people in their eyes when I'm in public. I think I made eye contact with one person before, and it was like weird. Yeah. Like I heard a something in the kitchen. I was like, I don't know, but I just need to dig a little deeper. um, that's what I said the other day. I said, okay, now it's time to sleep. Yeah, that's why I choose not to stare at them. And in my office, I actually have it's like a picture of the evil eye. And I have it like right sitting next to the probationers because some of them have some evilness in them. Yeah. But I learned from y'all. That's how I am, Mel. Like, I really, it's not trying to be disrespectful. It's just that I don't want to go to that next level because I don't want people to think, well, not people, spirits to think that this is a house that you can just come up in, because that's not going to work. Yeah. Whoever is a part of my benefit. Yeah, like I said, I've learned from y'all because I'm very like, it depends on what the topics are and stuff like that. But I haven't really fully gotten into stuff. And I know it's been like 2 or 3 years almost. But that's what I do. And like, I don't have like a lot of negative stuff. I think most of the time, sometimes when I do lives, I think it's certain people in the actual lives, not you guys, but like, people that may just stop in to hear a message. I feel like sometimes they're bringing stuff in. And that's why like I'll feel weird. He says schedule appointment. I like that one. Yeah. You're welcome. Like I said, I don't have a problem. Like if I feel like it's something that, can help others, I don't have a problem speaking my mind. Yeah. And I think maybe it happens during like different times, with the moons and everything. So I'm going to get better with that. After school, I'm going to really kind of research a little bit more. But I don't have any like major stuff. So I know that that's because I've already said that, and I say it all the time, that only positive energy, positive people allowed here. And even then, it's mostly like, I don't even call, there's nobody specific really. Yeah. I look up everything that I feel is a signal. I mean, I say signal. But yeah, I was by myself the other day. I just kind of feel like, I don't know. I'm just tired of people in this world. Like, I went to Target the other day and I just was like trying to get in and out because I was like, I ain't got time. Sometimes I go on night drives, wasting gas. Dang, maybe you can post the LOL. Maybe you could post it on your YouTube, and then we can put in a link. But in one of my videos, I actually was it was for my other channel, which I never posted it, but I was doing like a product review. And I watched it back and I noticed that there was a white orb that like quickly shot in and out of the frame. So I was like, okay. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Raina. That is 100% facts. Thing. Because people are walking around with a lot of like anger and stuff. Like when my daughter comes back from her dad's, like sometimes I feel like she's picked up whatever is over there. So I have to like, I know it sounds bad, but I like spray it down. And before she gets in the house, I said, leave whatever energies. And it's not nothing against her, but her dad don't like me. Oh yeah, that happened one time, Binky. And hello. Yeah. Because her dad doesn't like me. He has a lot of anger. But yeah, one time I was laying down and I felt like, it's not one of those where you jerk out of your sleep type of thing. I felt like something tapped me, like hard. And I'm like, what the hell? And I said, I said, we're not going to do that. Yeah. Because, I feel like, children who are special needs kids, they actually are, more prone to spirit as well. That's why I put that in her window. Actually, I think it's obsidian. It's an obsidian angel. And I have it in her window. Yeah, I don't like looking in people's eyes. Yeah, angel numbers always appear when there's something that you need to understand, but sometimes I'm just so, I don't even know what they're trying to tell me. Oh no. See, that would freak me out to where I'd have all lights cut on. I would not go to sleep. Oh wow. See, this is like the goosebumps. But see, if you talk to other people like this, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you guys are crazy." Facts. Oh dang. Same here. I always Google. I will. I'm gonna look up online. Chicken skin. You said chicken skin. You said LOL seam. What did I say? I can't even remember. And see, I was like that, but for some reason I've been wanting to stay in the house, and I'm not sure why that is. But it has been like weird weather too, because it's been raining and cloudy over here. Yeah, it's like you can tell if it's something that feels good or not. Because I don't know what the people was doing in this apartment before I moved in it. Yeah, you're right, Binky. You sound kind of crazy. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I did start telling some of my coworkers. Well, not some, one of them, and she also was saying that she seen things and stuff like that. But that's a whole like her stuff sounded scary, and I'm like, somebody ain't right up in that apartment. Oh wow, dang, Marcy, I need to get on that level. That's nosy. I like that. Oh no, you good. I just talk so fast sometimes that I just forget. So, but I'm about to go back in. I gotta clean my toilet. I know y'all don't even know that. Um, Change my bed sheets. I've been using this Olay because I have eczema. So I've been using Olay. What is it called? Olay. I think it's just Olay with aloe and chamomile. It makes my skin feel so smooth. I love it. It's like a pampering. Um, but yeah, y'all. But y'all can always reach me if you have like tips for me and stuff like that. You can reach me in my email or under the comment section. Is that for eczema? Because my eczema only breaks out like when I'm stressed, like super stressed, emotional, or I'm allergic to something. Thanks, y'all. Hopefully, we can try and do a Zoom and other people can talk. Let's see. I'm out of school on the 11th. Okay, so the last day of school is the 11th. How about we shoot for Saturday evening and we can do Zoom. If anybody's interested, you can go ahead and email me. And because I don't know how many people it can go in there, but we can do Zoom and we'll listen to other people. I won't talk like that because I want to give it a platform for other people to discuss and just talk. So just send me an email and your name that you have on YouTube, and it's probably gonna be late, so I know that's why I'm doing it on the weekend. For some of you that are off on the weekend, it'll probably be like a little bit later in the evening. But yeah, just go ahead and do that if you guys are interested. Yes, please do. Nay, please do. But I'm gonna look out for you guys' names because I know I know y'all. So just make sure you put your YouTube name in the subject line, and then I'll save it in a folder so that way I'll probably make an announcement to you guys on the 14th or something, or send you the link. I think that would be good because I like to hear everybody. Like, I just kind of want you guys to be able to talk too, because it's weird to just be talking to a screen and only seeing only seeing you guys' comments. So I'll if you don't know my email, you can go to the about section on my page. So yeah. And Nay, if you want to do readings, you can too on there. I'm putting you on the spot, right? And of course, if anything changes, I'll let you guys know. But I'm really interested in doing that. Because I think I did it a couple months ago with a few people, and it actually was good. It was like, actually only one person showed up. But that's because I charged for it. So, but anyways, y'all, I'll be waiting on your emails, and I'll put it to the side so that way we can get prepared. And y'all can have whatever floats your boat, juice, coffee, wine, if that's your thing. It's going to be just an open time, and it'll end when it ends. Or I get sleepy. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I'm gonna keep this open if you guys want to go back and read. So, and I actually encourage y'all to, like, and it doesn't have to just be on my schedule. So Sharon, if you guys want to get together too, that's perfectly fine. Like, that would be cool. Because I know we need it sometimes. And I think that's why I went live. Because it's just a lot. All right, y'all. Thank you. Y'all have a good night.